For me, I think the meaning of the record, you know, there's a lot of themes in there, but I think maybe just like forgiving some people and, you know, kind of like, my father's on the cover of the record, so for me, I didn't talk to my dad for a couple of years, so putting him on the cover of the record was a big part of letting go of a lot of things that I was hurt about, maybe from being a kid or whenever. So for me, it's a big theme of the record is sort of like, it's just letting go. How did the band start? In San Francisco. I've known Vito since I was 9 years old, and he went to school in San Francisco, so I followed him there. And then we were in 2 other bands together, and I wanted to sing.
There are some bands that haven't changed and they do what they did 20 years ago and they do it beautifully. But they don't still necessarily make great new music.
That's true.
And I think we're always excited to make new music and to do new things. And you know, I think we're really happy about the record that we made. So, and it's a sign of how we changed. I think you can hear it in the record. And I prefer to let the music speak for itself and for the listener to experience it in their own special way. Try not to have expectations. Every night's a different night, but I'm really excited to be here in Bogota, to finally be here in Bogota, and so I'm expecting it to be good because I've never heard a bad thing about Colombia.
Rapture. the styles, how to do a different in shape and shape.
Yeah.
It's a great question. It's a hard question to answer quickly. How like the difference of the various producers that we work with were. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of a good analogy. You know, I've either thought sex analogies or bird analogies. Like each one is like a different kind of bird.
Let's get both of them.
What about a fish too? Since you're so familiar with fish, like if James and Tim were fish,
It'd be a grouper.
they both DFA producers would be.
Tim's more like a small, fast fish. James is more like a grouper.
Okay.
Kind of hangs out on the bottom and waits for a little fish to come.
Just like bounces.
Smells it.
He's like, what kind of fish like obsessively organizes stuff and drinks coffee? That would be the James Murphy fish. The fish, is there a fish that like
Brian fish?
that fish who doesn't want you to watch him work, but then you come in and you talk about fantasy sports with him in Krautrock Records? Is there
Maybe
a
it
fish
could be
that
like
does
one
that?
of those fish that have the thing on their head, the like light thing.
Oh, the one that just kind of, but doesn't that, it shines a light and then you come and
Yeah,
you
if
get
you
it
get
really
close
to the
to it,
light
it
and then it
eats
eats
I
you?
think so, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Philip Zadar would be like a seemingly manic like fish that just wants to hug you all the time, but also wants to have gay sex with you as
Oh,
well.
wow.
So that would be the kind of fish.
Wow, you picked up on some stuff I didn't pick up on. That's cool. All right.
You weren't around for.
I
You weren't really around for all that.
I'm learning about stuff.
He didn't spend as much time in the studio.
No.
Actually.
No, that's true. I don't like being in the studio very much, so I just go and then I get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like being in the studio the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
And then also we had Paul Epworth and Ian Pearson.
Yeah. I love that.
They were delightful as well. They were colorful little fish. Ian was a very pleasant, colorful fish. Paul is he's like a fish. He's like kind of a big fish who thinks he can take on a shark. He's like a real, but he's not. He doesn't eat meat. He's not a shark himself. He's like a little dolphin, like that's not fully grown. Maybe he's a full-grown dolphin.
Maybe one of those dolphins that live in freshwater.
There's pink dolphins that
Freshwater
live in the
dolphins.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Maybe. I've always wanted to see one of those.
How's it sound? Are you gonna get?